Okay. I'm not entirely sure if this is
Cool, we all live.
Oh, you have disabled screen sharing.
Oh, have I? Just a second. Okay.
So this is more something that we're working on and thinking about in the future, and I'm not sure if anybody has seen this side of things yet, in terms of actually being able to write with data. Like Colton, did I show you this at all? Or
you showed a very bare bones when you talked to Minds.
okay, cool. Yeah, so in this side of things, you can like add like variables like cost or something, and then eventually like having these sort of like an Excel spreadsheet sort of idea directly in your writing. And I mean, like, not all of this is going to translate over to a LaTeX environment, but I think what could translate over is some of these like very basic calculations. And we've been talking with some other folks who are writing reports, and like I know that like in a lot of my writing, I like start with like an idea of what the model is going to do, and so it's like number of cells, and then there's like a calculation that is like model dimensions cubed, and I'm always writing that in like actually just like evaluating it, figuring it out, putting it in. And that means that like if I'm changing that later, then well, I have to go in and fix all the numbers and do all of that. Is that something Colton or Liz?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So well, yeah. How is this something that you would see yourself making use of? Or any thoughts there on that?
Possibly. I just try to, I don't know, I guess I try not to comment on the number of cells in models, but that's just my writing and beliefs, but I feel like there's definitely a time for it. I'm assuming you
like maybe like CPU time or something. Maybe not like models, but like how long did the computation take on X number of nodes? So per node, how long is it?
Okay.
Whereas I'm like fighting with reviewers because I think including some of that stuff is silly.
It can be.
It depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the focus of my paper was not that, so I was grumpy.
Right.
I mean, I think this would be really cool, and what we had kind of talked about tables down the road, so that would be kind of cool. I wanted to write an invoice in Curvenote, but I couldn't figure it out easily enough.
Yeah.
I was really trying, and I looked up different Python codes to see if I could connect it, and I was like, nah, it's not going to work out. So, you know, maybe for those reasons.
I appreciate it.
But what stopped you with the invoice? Was it white space? Or
it was just a matter of like making it look like a standard invoice or whatever I could Google around.
PDF export, Steve. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like
but I was wondering if it was like tab stops, being able to.
Yeah, just kind of moving things around or having things in a table. Like I could see that too for like, I guess I wonder, since I just know you guys have been talking like to different industries, like I wonder what if finance would use this or something, or folks would be writing reports more for that. But I could see people going, oh yeah, so this is the, you know, in terms of an invoice, I could have seen myself using it saying, okay, this week I worked this many hours and this is my pay rate, so pay me this much kind of thing. So yes, I could see it in that regard. So I'm wondering what other industries would use it for. Like,
yeah.
Too much coffee.
Yeah, no, I've been using it a lot as like a planning tool on like, I don't know, like salaries and timelines and dividing numbers together and that sort of thing, as we're planning out the business.
Yeah.
And it is kind of interesting to be able to write and embed those like scenarios directly as you're writing.
There's even a toggle button, so you can toggle back and forth between two scenarios by a factor and stuff.
Yeah.
You have a toggle at the top, and you can switch the toggles, and then things pop around. So you find all this stuff on the forward menu. Everybody knows the forward menu, yeah. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of once you've grokked all the little shortcuts, which are in each list item, there is a little hint of what the keyboard shortcut is. Then it's much faster to start inserting them.
Zoom in there and do that at the same time. Have Colton or Chelling, have you discovered that call out menu, and are you making use of it at all? Or
Yeah, it's a cool menu. Yeah.
awesome.
I just want them to live within each other.
The which what?
I just want the call out, like the different options in there to be able to live within each other.
Putting like asides inside of callouts.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I was using asides as like a caption for right now. And I was using call outs for examples, which look really nice actually, because it's like, oh, we returned to this example. So
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, I will open that back up.
Yeah.
That was
Same
an
with, like,
explicit
great-
choice like 6 months ago to be like, no, nobody will ever want that. So,
Give it to me.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Cool.
Awesome. I don't know if I had anything else. I don't know if like Chelling, you wanted to show how you were using Curvenote at all?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so
Awesome.
I will share my screen.
Yeah, I'm just, you can now.
Super stoked.
So share my screen. Yeah. Yeah, I have the logo here. Curvenote. So right now I have the 3 projects. This one I currently write down my ideas, thoughts, and some understanding for the knowledge here. And this is and this one is what I'm going to use to write the manuscript, because I think it's easy for my advisor to make some comments like rewrite the abstract, pay attention to logic or something else. And this is what Rowan told me yesterday, that said the Curvenote will release some LaTeX template for the SEG abstract, and I'm going to use it. Actually, for the SEG abstract, I was thinking about a question. So when I use the Curvenote, finish the writing, and submit to the SEG, once this abstract get accepted, and I can click the publish, and then everybody in the world can see the abstract in the Curvenote without logging the SEG. Is there any copyright issue here?
So that's the same issue as a preprint in that case. So I believe, and maybe other people who know on this call, that SEG allowed preprints last year in terms of, as long as you're not actually sharing the like the final PDF that SEG produced. I think that's just totally fine. But
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Once it gets accepted, I can click publish, and
I think
people
with
can
the
see it.
abstract, it might depend on when they release them too. I'm not sure because they don't always. It's been a while and I haven't always kept up with it, but I know they don't always release the abstracts till a certain time. So even if you're accepted, then I don't know. Again, just something to check on, because a lot of the copyright stuff has changed, but also they get grumpy.
Yeah, you're right. The review will finish currently in the June or July, but the abstract will release really close to the annual meeting start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
but it's definitely something at like I could see at the presentation or poster or whatever that you could probably link back to Curvenote and say, hey, at least come check out my code. And then you could have a similar article or something.
Yeah.
Or like
Yep.
Rowan said, if it's in that pre-state or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we can share the abstract and also share the code according to this abstract in the kernel. Seems we combine the ResearchGate and the GitHub together. Yeah, and in this folder, I write different files. For example, the Hamiltonian and Maclaurin method, just some equation and some understandings. And then I need to develop the code based on this file, based on the equations, and then I just develop the code in the Jupyter notebook, and I put the notes and the code together, and I make some comments here, which is easy for my colleagues or other people to understand what's going on for this script. Yeah, this is what I'm using. This is how Curvenote helped me in my research at this moment.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's all from me today.
That's fantastic.
It's way powerful. It's really powerful. I only use some basic functionality at this moment. I hope I can get a better use of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a preprint page, by the way. The preprint policy is up on the website,
The
SUG website. And you can, as long as it's, you can put it to a preprint. You can't put the final PDF to a preprint.
Okay, yeah.
It has to be clear that it's a preprint and not a peer-reviewed copy.
Yeah, because we currently see some preprint for the manuscript accepted by some journals, but haven't finished the proofreading or the something.
Yeah.
Yep. And if it happens that the preprint is better than the PDF, that's not a bad thing.
RPG copywriters.
Yeah.
Crap, this is being recorded.
I
didn't
well
say anything.
experience with them.
Like, does this apply though to abstracts, or is it just geophysics articles and such?
Don't know. It says manuscripts.
I don't know.
But you are allowed to preprint.
Yep.
It's just you have to be very careful about it's not final PDF.
Yep.
Either you're not selling the copyright or somehow giving the copyright to a different publishing agency.
Super cool. Is there anything else that people wanted to talk about or ask questions about or ask us to do?
I think you have plenty of work.
Always.
We definitely.
Happy to prioritize it appropriately.
It's the
do
order
the
that
fun stuff first.
Yeah, chew through the list. PDFs, currently. PDFs. That's what we'll stay. That's what I'll stay focused.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining the first of hopefully many meetups. It was good to have you guys be the inaugural members of that. Just Joe in the background. So
Is it first meeting?
I heard you.
This is the first one, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
first one?
Yeah.
I'm glad to be on. The
Yeah,
first
yeah. This is you, man.
But since you've been using it so long, feel free to like post more comments on Slack and whatnot. For like a week there, I felt really bad because I was like the only one. And then this past week, there's been a lot more, and it makes me feel really great because I feel like we're all creating it rather than just me sitting there going, I want this and I'm the queen. You give me what I want, what no one else wants. So yeah, tell them what you want.
Yeah, definitely. That is a huge help to get feedback and comments, and especially when things are broken or not just not right for you.
And they'll make you feel wonderfully spoiled because they're just like, I can fix that. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's like magic and everything works again. Yeah. I don't know. It's been great. Like I said, there's other things that go wrong in life, and I'm like, I don't like this, and no one will fix it for me.
I have to fix it myself. Gosh darn it.
Like I just have to deal with the way the keyboard is on a Linux machine, and I don't like it.
Actually, that's not entirely true. There's like a whole subgroup of like developers who design their own keyboards. So there's people for
On a
you, Liz.
computer that's
Don't worry.
to a TV that I watch hockey on, I'm not that worried. It's just I don't like the enter button or delete button. It looks like I'm gonna delete everything. Anyway. Super important. Moving on.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Oh yeah, thanks.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see you guys soon.
See you on Slack.
Yeah.
See you.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.